this Sunday breakfast tea session, and this is being conducted under the auspices of Forum of Cardiac Anesthesiologists of Bangalore, which is renamed as Bangalore Chapter of IACTA. You may be aware that Forum of Cardiac Anesthesiologists is the first cardiac anesthesia forum in the country, which was started mid-90s under the leadership of Dr. Suresh Ghaste and PM Chandrasekhara, and we are continuing the legacy. Coming to the topic proper, today's topic is a special topic called Women and Echocardiography. That is echocardiography in women. Women are substantially different, though they have the same structural composition as that of men. From the point of view of presentation, manifestation, and diagnosis, there are some differences. I'm sure Dr. Sanjeevani will tell us how the woman's heart is different from men's. And in India, we worship women first as the goddess. Then we look up to her as a mother and sister, wife and daughter. These are all women manifestation of the same divine power. They are always with us, guiding us through the life processes. Coming to Dr. Sanjeevani Nanda specifically, she's a prolific echocardiographer with great interest in both TEE and TTE. I may call her as the perioperative cardiologist. Usually we call anesthesiologists as perioperative physicians, but I would call her as perioperative cardiologist in addition to being a physician. And most of us know her. I don't think I need to spend some time in introducing her. I am so grateful and happy that she is with us. And can I request Sanjeevani to take over and do the presentation, and Dr. Prabhu Shankar will be available. He will do the moderation. I will also be there. Any questions or comments, please either you unmute yourself and speak at the end of the talk, or you can put it in the chat box. Kindly keep your mics muted till the end of the talk. Please keep your mics muted, excepting the speaker, till the end of the talk. This is vital for good quality audio. Thank you so much, Dr. Sanjeevani. Please carry.
Good morning, and extremely thankful to Dr. Muralidhar for praising women as goddess, and differences between men and women we will see as we go through this presentation. And I am extremely grateful to him to allow me to talk to this young scientist who would take this further, this concept of echocardiography in women. See my doctor?
Yes, we can
Yes.
see your slide. Yeah.
Ma'am, please make it full slide. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a topic which is very near to my heart, and I have been seeing so many women suffering all these years of my more than 35 years of practice, and then I found that I should do something for them, and we are really doing at our clinic, doing some small research, or trying to help them. So this will be an overview of my presentation. Why we have chosen this topic? Because women are neglected by society, sorry to say that, by her family and by herself. And we have seen many surprises in delivery room, like sudden heart failure due to undiagnosed mitral stenosis, aortic stenosis, pulmonary hypertension, pulmonary embolism, and cardiomyopathies. In addition to this, there is a cardiovascular risk secondary to adverse pregnancy outcomes, which we are seeing it more and more with women working, with having late pregnancies, late marriages, and so on and so forth. In addition to that, there is this emerging factor like risk of acute coronary syndromes in the young women due to non-atherosclerotic causes, which is known as MINOCA. In addition to that, I will be touching some aspects about heart failure with preserved ejection fraction, which is very common in women as compared to men. And we will be dealing with menopause and cardiovascular risk. So this is how I have described that, starting from congenital heart disease, valvular heart disease, MINOCA, heart failure with preserved ejection fraction, adverse pregnancy outcomes, peripartum acute issues, hormonal states, menopause, cancer. Breast cancer is very common in women and they suffer quite a lot because of stress of treatment. In addition to that, there is a risk of radiation and chemotherapy affecting the heart, sometimes as late as 10 years later or 15 years later, and certain autoimmune diseases. So in short, this is the men are from Mars and women are from Venus. So we can see these are the significant differences between these two genders. There is emotional stress, great vascular stiffness in women. There is systemic inflammation, which is found more in women. Hypertension disorders of pregnancy are seen. Breast cancer, which I have already told you, and many others. So coming to real-time cases, she's a 28 years old woman, IT professional, came to me as a pre-marriage checkup with history of intermittent palpitation, that's it. And I did her transthoracic echo, which certainly showed a very huge right ventricle and small left ventricle. This is a Plaque's view. And when I put M mode, I could see huge RV with flattened interventricular septum. You can see that. And with color Doppler, I could see a huge ASD with flow. This is a short axis view at the aortic valve, transthoracic. And the flow is from left atrium to right atrium enlarged. Again, the same view with the, this is a view at the mitral valve level, showing huge right ventricle and small left ventricle, but still there is no pressure change in the RV. There is only volume, increase in volume in right ventricle, depicting that it is still maintained the shape in the systole. So this is volume expansion and not the pressure overload on right ventricle. So relatively better situation, and this is some off-centric view from the apical four-chamber only, but it is some another off-centric view showing huge right ventricle, huge right atrium, ASD, and very small left ventricle. This is another case. I'll be showing you different cases in women, and then we'll discuss how it is to be tackled. This is a 37 years old lady, housewife, who underwent balloon mitral valvotomy for mitral stenosis. And then after that, when I did her transthoracic echo, there was a mass in the left atrium, which obviously could not be diagnosed on transthoracic. So we did transesophageal echo, and a very nicely sitting thrombus or mass, whatever it is, on the interatrial septum, where the cardiologist take the nick over here to go to the reach the mitral valve. So she was advised surgery again, and since her mitral valve is very nice, still opening well, so she has used it, but we are following her very closely, given her anticoagulants, and the moment she is ready for surgery, she will be taken up for surgery. She is a 35 years old lady, again housewife. This is post mitral valve replacement.